Alright, man, what is good, bro? So, I'm gonna step into this Descendant joint, right? So, this footage is actually from PC gameplay, even though the game is supposed to come out on console. But I was fortunate enough to get some of that gameplay for you guys up on my PC joint. So, it's not gonna be a full-fledged review, man. This is just some of my thoughts on the game right now, which I was initially kind of hyped for it until I did my research into who Nexon is and what kind of games they make. So I was just like, maybe I'm setting my expectations too low. And honestly, the premise of the game kind of reminded me how Anthem was. Like, even the tone of it kind of sounds like that, honestly. So, first the gameplay, man. It just feels like your typical third-person type of shooter. But other than that, nothing spectacular. I have a few gripes on it. I don't know if it's because I'm playing on Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi is real shitty. I don't have no high end or anything like that. It probably should be connected, but I did 2 playthroughs of this game, and every time I got to the boss, killed the boss, and then boom, it was over. It's like a demo. So I didn't get a chance to try out none of the co-op features and anything like that, so I'm guessing it's just because of my connection. Now, I will be doing another video on this joint if they ever decide to do a console release, whether that be Xbox or PlayStation. But I really wanted to get into a few things I don't like about the game right now. So, the first thing is the movement is not really as fluent as I thought it was going to be. I mean, cause you know the trailers hyped that joint up to the fullest. They had like, it was like a movie almost. The gunplay on the game, like I said, it reminds me a lot of Anthem. The only difference is that you're not in a Iron Man type suit, right? So there's that. But other than that, man, the game feels like your typical game. Like, there's nothing real special about it. You start the game out with 3 weapons. Speaking of starting the game out with, I don't like how, I know it's the introductory, but if you know the buttons, you know the buttons. So I hate that I couldn't even use a roll attack right off the jump until a certain point of this demo, you know, you can call it that. Even then, you can tell this is mainly PC, but you can use your controller. I use my controller, and I went to the options menu, and it doesn't show your buttons for your controller, which is kind of disappointing. I kind of had to like play around, figure it out myself. Other than that, it was really underwhelming is the word I'm looking for, underwhelming. So speaking about gameplay and your melee button, as you can see from the footage right here, if you look closely, your melee button is the left and right bumper. Like, who wants to press 2 buttons right off the jump just trying to punch somebody in the face? You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you can change that, and I would change that later on in the later builds. The boss fight that I did encounter was pretty interesting. I feel like I didn't lose any life because it was like the introductory stage of the match, so it was hard to gauge that aspect of the game. But let's see, what else that I didn't like about the joint, right? So my first playthrough, I played as the female. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name because I'm gonna butcher that shit real quick. But during the gameplay, she kept saying the same thing like over and over again, and that shit just got so boring, man. It was like a fucking Pokemon rerun or some shit. So I was like, man, I'm tired of hearing this chick's mouth. When I played my second playthrough with the guy, he wasn't saying a repetitive line, but they always say reloading when you're reloading. That gets really annoying. And another small thing I'd like to point out is, like, I wish there's a double jump on here, but I wish it had like an animation. Like, You know, in Destiny, you got that little spark thing that goes when you do a double jump, or in some other games, when you do a double jump, they do like a flip at the end of it. Something to let you know that you just did a double jump. I will say the shooting animations do look like it was done on Unreal 5. Like the projectiles that come out of the enemies when they die. But again, like, man, this game just so much has some similarities to Anthem. And Anthem's gunplay was okay. The main part about that one that made it really good was the fact that you got to fly around like Iron Man. Like who? So this is kind of a review, but not a review because this is just a beta. So in the beta, connection's not gonna be all that great, gameplay's not gonna be all that great. You know, that's the whole point of a beta, is to test these features. But I would say, if I had to give this game a score right now, like it needs some work. I say they need to take it back to the lab, and then maybe it come out mid 2023 or something like that. But other than that, man, it's not ready. Good idea, but I mean, the pay as a service type games and the looter shooter genre is packed full of games, so they're gonna have to really step it up if they really want to get in that niche. Like what's that other joint? I mean, you got Destiny, you got The Division. I mean, that's just to name a couple, but they gotta really step it up if they want to get into that. So it was a decent experience. It was really cut short because, like I said, it felt like a demo. But I don't know whether that was just my connection and how it is, because I heard different things from different content creators who were saying that they were able to do co-op, and I think they were even on a different level than I was on. So they pretty much got past the introductory stage. So if you got a PC, you got Steam, I mean, check it out. It's not bad. You probably definitely got a better connection than I do, and I mean, you might like it. You know. All right, I'm out.